Test, test. Everything look like it's working there. All right. What's up, guys? Kamea here from the ICO Coup. I'm just here to introduce myself. 2017, in January, I sold my dental practice. It was actually a little before that, but I sold my dental practices, and then I put everything into crypto. I think it was a good idea. And ever since then, I just been focused on this stuff. I also learned coding. I went to a web development course, and I do that as well. So I'm really here as part of the community. I'm part of here to contribute, part of here to help you guys do some research, give you some of my ideas, and just sort of the daily dose of what's going on in crypto land, because things change so fast. And my goal is to really just bring a lot of value to you guys. Yeah, this whole concept of decentralization is really big. When you look at what's happening on YouTube, for example, with their change in policy, it's affecting a lot of creators. And that's what happens when you have centralized decision making. And ultimately, you get screwed in the end. And the same thing with Facebook. A lot of those publishers were contributing factors to Facebook's growth, Facebook's success. That's why a lot of people went on there to get the news, and they just cut it off, all in 1 second. And that's the problem. All of these promises that the Silicon Valley social media app creating billion-dollar unicorn companies, ultimately they ended up causing harm where they had the intention, I think, of doing a lot of good. And again, it just speaks to the volumes to why we need something like DTube, for example, where you can actually upload and just do it peer-to-peer and base your revenue off of the quality of your content instead of all the other factors that these centralized groups like YouTube have to make because of advertisers. So we've been hit with that in the past, and it is what it is. Nobody can blame a private company for doing what's best for their shareholders. In fact, that's what they have to do. However, in the world that we live in, where we don't have to go through anybody, we don't need as many middlemen to dictate how we interact with each other. I can just come to you. I can just interact directly with you, and that's what I'm doing here. That's what I want to focus on. So let me tell you a little bit what the ICO Coup actually is. The ICO Coup is a network of YouTubers. It's a network of content creators. It's a network of developers, business people. I think right now we're at about 10, maybe 12 people in total that we work with. And we're trying to follow the philosophy of the blockchain, where we don't want to create some echo chamber where we all say the same things, but we actually want to distribute the information and simply let people share their research and be skeptical about the things that we say, where we don't have to trust each other, but we verify the things that we say. We can go back and forth with one another and actually figure out and arrive at some sort of a truthful conclusion with our research. And that's what we want to provide to our audience, is all the disagreement, all the arguments, go back and forth, no horse in the race, just based on what we see, what are the conclusions we can draw. And we're going to be doing interviews. We got Cameron, as she's called. She's been shooting a lot of footage recently. We got Baljeet. He's really hip to what's going on in mainstream culture, hip hop, anything to do with what's cool. He's out there. Me, I love doing development. I love doing business. And I'm always looking at this through the lens of business and how this affects business owners, things like that. And then we have, some lawyer stuff and, venture capital type dudes who've been working in oil and gas and things like that. So we have a good mix of, and we got miners. We have a good mix of people that are in our crew that really we can go at it and have different perspectives. The whole intent behind the ICO Coup is just to get as many different people in a room, in the same place, talking about the same subjects, but from different perspectives, so that when you come to the ICO Coup, it's going to be different. You're not going to hear the same thing over and over again. And that's the kind of content we hope to create for you. If you guys ever want to reach out to us, it's theicocou@gmail.com. You can just hit us up on YouTube through the comments. We're also on Twitter at, I should know, the ICO Coup. So at the ICO Coup on Twitter. That's us tweeting all the time. And yeah, we're really enjoying it. This space, we're all in it because we want to be. No one forced us to be here. I didn't necessarily leave my career to do this. It just worked out. Cryptocurrency is changed people's lives, and I'm one of those people. And so I feel a need to actually give back and do something that can help people who are just getting in educate themselves and not get confused about a lot of the misinformation out there. So for those of you who have been following me on Dentist to Developer, I'm actually doing development projects right now. I'll share some content on that end. The most recent upload that I've been working on is a video of us presenting our final project in the coding bootcamp. We did a healthcare website that kind of added to the transparency of pricing for dentists. And I'll show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what it was like to go through a coding boot camp. But since then, I've kind of just continued on with the entrepreneurial path and doing my own thing. And, every morning I wake up and I do this stuff because I love it. I actually enjoy it. It's creative. I do the, videos. I do all sorts of stuff. I do, programming. I do, planning out new ideas. I do fundraising for projects that I'm working on, all kinds of stuff, but it's stuff that I want to do. And I hope to connect with, like-minded people who are in that situation too. I mean, a lot of you, I know you're still working the 9 to 5. I get that. And you're busy. So it's not as easy to just go out and do whatever you want. I respect that, man. You got to do what you got to do. I was there just recently, so I'm not judging. All I'm saying is that when you come into crypto, it's one of those things where unless you got a group of people that that are just kind of doing it all the time, it's really easy to get lost and, take a day or two off and all of a sudden everything's changed. And so we hope to keep you up to speed, give you good content, and really just give you different perspectives. Like, I don't agree with everybody in the ICO Coup, and that's what they want. That's what we want in the ICO Coup. We don't want to agree. And we don't want to have to trust each other. We want to be able to verify everything that everyone's saying by opposing each other's thoughts, thinking for ourselves. Independent thinking is really important. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So hit me up. The ICO Coup on Twitter, ICO Coup on YouTube. You can hit us up on Gmail at theicocoup at gmail.com. And check me out on my other channel as well, Dentist to Developer. And I hope to see you guys soon. And if you have any questions or have some ideas for content that you want to see, just hit me up anytime, okay? Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.